Why should a professional body measure the success of their professional standards?
Well, the credibility of professional standards regulation really suggests that the public should know, as well as the profession itself knowing, how effective this activity is. I think it's fairly obvious that these days you can't just take on trust that professionals are all performing well, and that whatever regulations are in place and whatever procedures there are to support those regulations are all effective and as good as they possibly can be. Measurement is important to establish targets for improvement, and measurement's important to reassure various stakeholders, including obviously the general public, that those activities are being properly pursued. The problem, of course, is that it's very, very difficult to measure the effectiveness of particular regulatory activities, and that's because most of the actual result of professional advice, the quality of that result will depend on many, many things beyond the initial quality of the advice. The environment intervenes. Half the lawyers, of course, fail in the sense of, in some sort of courtroom drama, you know, one side wins and the other side loses. The side that loses may have been perfectly competent and put together an excellent case. They just happen to lose. It's difficult to know exactly why. And similarly, often what people do as a result of advice may not completely follow what the professional suggests, or the professional may only suggest some aspects of what somebody actually eventually does. So we have a lot of difficulties in measuring the effectiveness of regulation, but it is still an extremely important thing to attempt.